I developed a framework that anyone can use to kind of check off what they've accomplished so far and where they might want to direct their attention. And that framework is called the 6 Pillars Framework.
Okay.
And there are 6 pillars of an unbreakable body. And you could use the training and exercises that I teach, but you also could apply anything you're into: Pilates, yoga, running, core training, anything at all. You could apply
Nice.
to the 6 pillars.
Okay.
So the 6 pillars are from the ground up. To have strong feet. An unbreakable person has strong feet. Our feet are not only the thing that grounds us to the earth, they're the thing that influences so much about how we move. And when they hurt, it's very hard to be anything other than tuned into how your feet hurt. So strong feet is the first pillar. Mobile hips is the second pillar of an unbreakable body. When your hips are mobile, you feel capable of moving. Your hips are important for walking and running and sitting up straight in a chair, getting out of a chair that might be lower than what you're used to sitting in,
Exactly.
and really just allowing movement. You need mobile hips. The third pillar of the unbreakable body is strong glutes. Our glutes we don't really think about a lot until we start having some discomfort. And oftentimes people think about glutes in a aesthetic sense, and that's fine if that's what you think of, but their function for us is what, again, helps us propel us forward in our walking or our running. They help our body to stay stacked and tall, and they allow us to be more capable when we're doing things like picking stuff up or stepping upstairs, things like that. Our fourth pillar is strong torso. And anyone who has ever hurt their low back or developed a muscle tweak or a strain, or feels like they can't get a full breath, or like they just don't have the ability to brace their body to pick up things or move about in the way that they might like, knows the importance of needing to have a strong torso. Our fifth pillar is mobile shoulders. And anyone who's had neck and shoulder pain can tell you that it's disruptive and distracting. But if you build your shoulders to be mobile, you're going to have attended to many of the tissues and joints that need to be working well so that you can avoid those aches and pains in the shoulders and the neck and the back. And then our sixth pillar is strong posture. And later on, maybe I could show you a movement for strong posture. But when we have strong posture, that doesn't mean good or bad posture. It means you have the ability to be strong in any posture. For instance, I'm sitting on the ground cross-legged right now. I want to have posture that feels capable of withholding and kind of sustaining that posture. If I were to turn my legs to the side and lean over while we're hanging out having a chat, I want to be able to sustain that posture as well and not develop tweaks or aches or weakness just from trying to be in that position. And so when you take the 6 pillars of an unbreakable body, strong feet, mobile hips, strong glutes, strong torso, mobile shoulders, and strong posture, you put together a human who has covered these key areas and developed the capacity within them to really lay an incredible foundation upon which you could then layer anything else, whether it's yoga or running or cycling or just living your life and wanting to maintain that. And so when someone starts to build those 6 pillars, you start to build a groundswell of capacity and confidence that, wow, I can actually change how my body feels and moves, which inevitably leads to, I wonder what else I could change and influence, you know? So that's where I always begin, is with the 6 pillars of an unbreakable body.
It's fantastic because you can just see how everything stacks together. That it just goes across and, as you said, applies to any activities that you're doing. And what I love about putting it together in pillars is that we're able to remember. This is how our brain likes to work. Stackable, what is built on top of something else, and then you think 6 pillars, what was that other pillar? And so as opposed to just muscles and bones and putting it into an organized, this is how I describe it, format like that, if we can, and when we remember that, it just, it makes all the difference in the world. So, so if we were going to take one of those pillars and maybe look at an exercise or two around that, for our audience? Would you like to do that?
I would love that. That would be really fun, because initially, and for those watching at home, it can be very exciting to go exactly what you said, Lorrie, like, oh, wow, yeah, that's a framework I could get behind. Then it comes time for action. And so you have to learn what could work into each of those pillars, what can give you what you need for each of those pillars. And so I love to give a little taste of the strong posture pillar, because one, it feels really good to do the movement I want to share with you today. But two, for most of us who grew up, if you're an adult at this point, you probably at some point when you were a child had an adult who said, sit up straight or have good posture. And that's well-meaning, but we know that there actually is no such thing as good posture. And the stiffer we sit, actually the less strong that posture is. And so we want to actually learn to move all the postural muscles, including the neck and the back and our spinal column and all of these wonderful things. We want to be able to move them all. So if you'd like to join me, Lorrie, as we do a little neck series here,
okay.
What I'm going to take you through is a series of movements. For all of them, the rules that apply are as follows. Don't push into anything that hurts. If it makes noise, that's common, but provided the noise doesn't come with pain, it's usually nothing to worry about. So people often are like, oh, I hear little crunchies in my neck. Usually that's nothing to worry about. It's just tissue that needs to be a bit healthier. So just make sure there's no pain with that. And if anything makes you feel like you need to stop, because when we move the head sometimes, if you are someone who's prone to vertigo, you might experience that. Just go ahead and pause and jump back in when you're ready to, okay? So what we start with first is just sitting or standing wherever you're at. We're gonna turn our head to the left and to the right, and we'll just do 3 times for now, but usually when I have folks do this as part of their daily routine, we'll do it 5 or 6 times. And just notice any restrictions or notice any motion, and really tune in. And after we've done that 3 times, we'll take each ear to the shoulder 3 times. So we'll just gently bring our head to the side. And notice if there's one side that feels a little more restrictive than the other. You don't have to do anything about it today. Just tune in. Become an expert in your body. And after we've done that 3 times, we're going to go ahead and look up and look down. So we'll bring our eyes to the sky, and we'll bring our eyes to the ground. And sink into your breaths as you do this. Let yourself relax. And now I'm going to turn to the side, but you, Lorrie, and everyone at home can stay facing forward. It's easier to demonstrate this way. What we're going to do now is make what I call a turtle head, where we bring our head forward, and then a double chin, which is always a super cute look for all of us. But here's how it looks. I want you to do this with me 3 times. The turtle head goes like this. And I just brought my head straight forward. And it didn't try to go down, and I didn't try to go up. I tried to go straight forward. And then the double chin looks like this. And I want you to repeat that, both directions 3 times. So we'll go forwards in the turtle, back in the double chin. Forward, back, forward, back. And then we're going to build on that. We're going to do the turtle chin forward, and then we're going to look up. We're going to bring our gaze up to something up on kind of a diagonal, not directly above us, but maybe 45-degree angle from us. And once we do that, we're going to draw a rainbow. So let me show you how it looks. I'm going to go forward, up. So notice I stayed forward, everything's in front, and then I'm going to draw a rainbow with my chin, and then come back down and relax. So turtle chin forward, look up on a 45-degree angle, draw a rainbow, and then back. Let's do it again one more time. Forward, up, rainbow, and back. And then we're going to reverse that. We're going to go double chin, down, and draw a rainbow. So it'll go okay, so your rainbow's upside down now. So let's do 2 more. And then we'll do 1 more. just like that. And then we have one more move to go for this series. Now, with our chin, we're going to draw the biggest circle that we can, trying to draw it like this in the air. So we'll start by bringing our chin to our chest, and then we're going to bring our chin over to our shoulder, up towards the sky, around looking at the ceiling, over to our other shoulder, chin back down to chest, and then we'll reverse it. Over to our shoulder we just came from, up to the sky, around the sky, over to the shoulder, and back down. Let's do it one more time each way. Over to the shoulder, up to the sky, around the sky, over to the shoulder, down to the chest. Last time the other way, to the shoulder, up, around the sky, to the shoulder, down to the chest, and relax. And what you've just done was taken your C1 vertebrae all the way down through C7 and into the thoracic vertebrae, and you've actually started to create motion through there. In addition, all the soft tissue that's attached to that has now also been able to move, but develop some strength. You might have noticed, especially in the turtle chin and the double chin, that we had to flex muscles to be able to do that. And part of building our strong posture is teaching the tissues how we want them to function so that they will function that way, because the body never keeps anything just in case. If we haven't taught our body to be able to move in a certain way, it's not likely to maintain the ability to do that. And so that next series is a very simple way to start building your strong posture and to begin improving how your neck and shoulders feel. It's actually